You came out in the draft with a pretty darn good draft. It was LeBron and Carmelo and Chris Bosh, and the names just keep going on and on. Dwayne Wade. What was it like? Because you're going through everything with those guys all through the years. I'm sure you're playing in camps with them and that sort of thing. Well, they were a little bit, a couple of years younger than you, I think, but you were going through the camps and the NBA camps and all that sort of stuff. What was it like to be around those guys and to think that I was part of this incredible draft, one of the great drafts in NBA history?
Just being a part of it, knowing it will go down in history of having probably the greatest player of this generation. LeBron James, and being next to those guys and being one of their peers, and some of those guys at that point was kind of looking up to my career at that time as well for what I did in college basketball. So, it's a huge accomplishment for myself and something to reflect on. And I was blessed, and I'm looking forward to seeing the talks 15, 20 years from now.
Any of them surprise you with what they've been able to do in the NBA?
No, I think, with the draft, everyone got to good situations that allowed them to, be a unique basketball player. I think no matter where those guys went or where we went, it was going to be successful. So the main players, they carried the weight for us. They took the NBA to the next level and the next phase. And like I said, I'm just blessed to be able to, be in the category with those guys.
Which guy do you remember as a point guard? Because we're loaded with point guards in the NBA right now. Which guys do you remember being, I hated to go against that guy. I don't feel like going against him. Or who did you just love playing because he was such a challenge?
Jason Kidd. I love playing Jason Kidd, being in the Eastern Conference. I got to play him in the preseason, regular season, and then we always kind of matched up in the playoffs. Chauncey Billups was another guy that was tough to play against that I look forward to. I would probably say you can go on and on and on. But for us, the East, playing those guys that many times, Allen Iverson, every night was tough. But especially those guys, I cherish them the most.
How do you look back at your NBA career now? I mean, do you feel like, I know there were some injuries and some things like that kind of held you back a little bit. Is it bittersweet, or you feel like this is just an unbelievable experience that I got to play in the NBA?
Great experience. I mean, look, I can't do anything about health and injuries. I think everyone knew coming to the NBA what my health was. For me, I left everything out on the basketball court. And I'm satisfied with the way my career went because I know I gave it my all. And when I look back at it, it's not an ounce that I can give. Even with the injuries, I think I still perform at a high level and probably I was one of the still top-tier players, even knowing that I never was 100%.
You were a Rockets guy growing up? I'm sure you had to be to the championship teams.
That will never change.
So, which guys did you love watching? Kenny Smith, Sam Cassell.
Smith, Sam Cassell, he's a mentor of mine as well. Mario Elliott, Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler play a huge part in giving me good feedback over the years as well.
Did those guys change kind of the way you thought about things? Maybe this is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to play in the NBA.
I've been watching NBA since a kid, but I definitely, I do remember being downtown for one of the parades. So. It brought joy to the city, and it made us believe that, we want to be a Rocket.
You're listening to Houston Sports Talk.